Of all the smartwatches I've had the pleasure to review over my years, and there have been many, I've never had the opportunity to review a Suunto smartwatch. So this is the Suunto 9 Peak, and it's an interesting don't judge a book by its cover situation here, because it kind of looks sort of basic, I guess you could say. With that, simple looking display. But if I just take it off and show you, but as you can see, we've got quite a nice strap here, very breathable strap with all these holes on. And I don't want to take this watch off, which is why it looks a bit filthy probably, because it has exceptional battery life, and that means it's great for sleep tracking. And at 100 meters water resistance, which I've never even heard of on a smartwatch before, there's certainly no reason not to wear it in the shower or when you're swimming. And with the sapphire glass face and the stainless steel body, it's certainly durable enough to wear no matter what you're doing. Let's take a closer look at some of its other features as well, because you might be surprised. Yes, so as I say, at first blush, I sort of thought, is this really a premium smartwatch? It doesn't have a fancy multi-colour display like some of the other watches I use, and yet they're charging a premium price for it. But the more I wore it, the more I liked it. As I said, quite slim, so sleeves go over it. It doesn't really catch on things very much, and even if it did, it's durable. Like I say, stainless steel, sapphire glass. The matrix display, it is kind of a color display in a sort of a two-tone kind of a way. There are some changeable watch faces, but not many. It's not really about that though. It is a touch display, but it also has these three control buttons on the edge, which means that you can keep using it and navigating around it in the wet. So one of the first things I was surprised about this watch is that it does in fact have a media control function. So I can control my podcasts on my phone with that, and that works really consistently. If we keep going through there, we can bring out various different notifications. So there's a security camera notification. So just like other smartwatches, you get those notifications on there. They're not for things like security cameras. They're not those rich, video preview snapshots like you can get on some smartwatches, but everything comes through and in a timely fashion. Like I say, this is also a touch screen as well, so we can go back up the truck. If we use the down button here, there's a whole other there's our heart rate monitoring, there's stress monitoring, how many steps have I done, hey, it's only morning, give me a break. That's how much training I've done in the last 24 hours, navigation, and I only got 4 hours 47 minutes sleep last night. That's not very good. And we can actually look up further details on that, as well as in the Suunto app, of course. So but of course the thing that the Suunto 9 Peak is really designed for is obviously exercise. And so if we crack into those options, there are, I think, 80 plus different exercise modes. So if we just scan through all those, and it does a really amazing job of heart rate monitoring, route tracking, the navigation on this thing. I mean, you can actually use it as a navigation device. So here we got a whole other navigation mode, and if we go in there, you can take note of points of interest. You can plan your routes. You can even use it as a compass. You can track back, so if you're out there hiking, you can find your way back to where you're starting from. It'll help you navigate your way. So I could go on and on and on. I keep discovering more and more things that this watch that I initially thought was a sort of a basic little watch can do, and it's definitely not a basic little watch, and in many ways it's one of the most powerful bits of wristwear I've ever worn. So yeah, go the Suunto 9 Peak.